Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we're going to be playing some Fracture Days into Sweden 6. This is Fractured's best matchup. And the main reason is we have that skip. And yeah, let's get started. You know what? I'm not going to play board G. I've been getting a lot of board G lately, so let's do board C. Ooh, but board C is not a good board into Sweden. Um, we'll do board F. I have not played board F in a while. And I shouldn't say it's a bad board into Sweden. It's just there's just a weird game that gets played out because there's always a city. So okay, let's do it. Board F. Let's go. Fracture Days. Entering the Matrix. What did we get here? Oh, those are just filthy cards. Oh God. Oh Lord. Sans is the Explorer. Okay, so I said those were filthy cards. And let's see. So our days that never were. Let's take a look here. We have the Tri-Element Illusions of Danger. That is a fast disruption. We also got a Moon Air. That is a defend. So two amazing hits. We also got Mez, Isolate, Razor Sharp. I mean, these are all great. Like obviously this is our best pickup here, but like playing Razor Sharp, being able to like kill an Explorer and stop a build cycle, just insane in this matchup. Sky Stretch is kind of medium. Uncanny Melting, even this card is good. It's a Sun Moon card that heals Blight. Look at, we got Blight over here on F8. And looking at the majors, Blazing is medium. Manifest is meh. Sea Monsters, Tsunami, Voice of Command is definitely the card to be looking at here, as it's a way for us to well, it's a perfect element card, well, Sun Air, and we can just chew up some lands. Okay, so as you guys saw in my previous basic strategy guide, I'm going to choose my G3 here, and I think I want to move this presence over here into F1. And I want to gain some cards. We're going to gain a time, and gain 2 energy. It's the exact same build. Gaining a power card, I have plenty of options here. I assume these 2 cards are the extra from being solo, but I mean, any of these 4 is amazing. I mean, Delusions, being able to push that Explorer out, perfect element, everything we want. I could go with the defend if I want. I think I just want to go Delusions here because I want to play that card. I want to disrupt that build. I just want to play around edge cases. I like pushing the Explorer here. It's whatever. Build and the Explorer's Wetland, and that's also just amazing for us. So, my plan is to skip this on F8. As you guys saw in my last video, I like to set up such that I can have a massive turn here. This is a weird case, and Fractured's all about this, and this is why making a guide for Fractured is so difficult. Is because I have to assess every turn. Each turn is differently. So I have Razor Sharp here, which is going to kill an Explorer, kill a Dahan, and add a Wilds, and it has a Moon. I really want to play this card because it's going to solve this land here on F3 for me. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to grab that card. I'm going to gain a card from the days that never were. I'm going to move a presence. I'm not going to move any presence. And I'm going to choose to gain a time. Gain a time. Let's gain a time again. We'll gain 3 time. And we're just going to leave like that. And we're just going to play... Oh, no. Actually, I got to move back. Nope. We will move a presence from here to here. Play my Razor Sharp. And then I want to play a card to... what's the word? I want to be able to play Blur. Not Blur. Absolute Stasis here. Because I want to be able to skip this land here on F8. Now, I wonder if there's a way so I can also get to Han here. Let me double check here. If I did this and this, I can then slip a card into play. I actually think I'm supposed to do this instead. So I first use my Blur here, add it to Han. I then want to put Dahan over here into my F6. I can repeat it, healing the Blight. Costs me a time. One time, two time. I don't think so. I don't need to heal the blight. I'm in no need. I then have a slip here. I'm going to use the slip to get a card play so I can play my Razor Sharp. Razor Sharp, killing that Dahan, adding that Wilds there so nicely. And at this point, I can reclaim a card and I can play a card. So I could actually play another, cost me a time, but I can use this to disrupt my F7. It's probably okay. I'm going to do that. Adding a time back, I get to reclaim a card. I'm going to reclaim Delusions, play Delusions, use Delusions here, pushing this Explorer. And then I'm going to play Absolute Stasis here, adding a time back. Oh, that's so cool. And just, it's like broken land. That is so sick. Now, what I've done here is I've stopped both of my wetlands. I've skipped my sands. I've also paired up my Dahan from F5 to F6. So I've stopped escalations here, here. I'm just insanely far ahead here. And I don't want to spend any more time because I want to be able to have a nice stable turn next turn. And Remnants of Spirit's Heart. I could choose to forget Stasis to get access to this defend. I'm not going to. We just pick top here. Okay. Struggles? Sure. And there's the Explorer of Sands. So, very nice. I mean, we have this land skipped. We just skipped again next turn. Just very far ahead here. We also now have access to the Rhinonates. Let's look at that event deck. And we are going to keep this. Yeah, we'll keep this. And yeah, I mean, I'm set up nicely. I can reclaim here, get access to 3 plays. I could disrupt this land on F1. I probably want to. Do I have a defend? I mean, maybe I set up for a nice Voice of Command. Like I Voice of Command. I would love to do it here, but there's a town there that I have to get rid of. Or not Voice of Command. I would like to blur Dahan out of my F6 into my F8. Like I said, there's a town there, so if I blur that land, it will build, and that will be 8 damage, and that will just crush all my Dahan. I don't have any defend. I didn't draft any defend this game. I could always choose the G2. We're so far ahead here. Like I can G2 this turn, followed by a G3 reclaim. The problem is I don't really have any cards. Like, I don't think I want to do something like this. I think I'm just supposed to reclaim here. It feels weird. But, like, at least I can disrupt these lands with Delusions. Disrupt. I have this skipped. I think I do this. Go gather. And actually, let's actually gain the time from top. Play my Delusions. Oh, I don't have the range, though, because of how I've had to move stuff around. Well, since that is the case, I'll likely just have to defend this land on F1. I wonder if I just don't do anything here. I think I just play no cards here, and then next turn I G3. Because like next turn I can G3, I could play Voice of Command here. That does kill a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to approach it. I'm sure there's a million ways to win this game, but we'll do this. Next turn we can G3. Play no cards. Distant Exploration, Grim Toll, Fierce Mane. Build, of course it's the Coast. Well, at least I have that nice Wilds over there on my F3. So I have the Defend there. If I really want to, I can also G3. If I G3, we go Gather the Town, Gather the Explorer. How much is Voice of Command? I only gather 2, though. Gather. kills everything here. Basically, our plan is to get Dahan into my F8. Voice of command here. So... okay, if this is the case, gain a card from the days. I could defend 3 there. I did Tsunami. Forget Razor Sharp. Presence there. Energy. Time. Energy. Voice of command. Voice of command, blur, stasis, delusions. I don't even know, do I need to do blur this turn? I do. I'm gonna have to slip stasis in. Okay. So I can first gather some stuff into this land, right? So I can go... curious to see how this works. If I play Voice of Command here. Gather, gather. Kills everything there. If I blur there. I can then push the Dahan. Like this. Dahan, Dahan. Spend a time to repeat. Dahan, Dahan. I could then play... what if I voice a command here? And this is where I was saying in my first video, if I reclaim voice a command, I lose the elements, so I'm not going to be able to play it. But I actually can because I have the extra sun, so actually slipping voice a command can work because I have the extra sun. And now if I do it, it will... that is pretty wild. How much damage is this? 2, 4, 5, 6. Kills both cities. I can gather 2 towns in. So I actually can voice like this. Gather, and that kills all of that. And I get to defend 2. And then I can delusions for fear. And I technically have another slip here, so slip costs me a time. Reclaim a card, reclaim blur. And basically the whole point would be to essentially I guess I could just run this back, get Dahan into my F2. I probably could just take a turn off here though. Probably G3 here. I could play a card. Don't really want to play any cards. Is there any reason to play a card? Maybe for the right innate? That seems pretty good. Grim Toll again. Wow, second Grim Toll? That's wild. Dahan defend. Sure. Just a million stuff there. Mountain Explorer. All right. So, I mean, just infinitely ahead here. We have the defend, likely just going to grab that with Haunted here. G3 again, grabbing that Daze, grabbing Haunted, so I can defend 3, and I'll probably slip that as well. Let's actually gain a time, gain 2 energy. And I think we're okay leaving that there. That. Primal. I can blur, push some Dahan in. Repeat it. Adding more Dahan. Just throwing all of the Dahan in my land F3. Use my slip innate. Reclaim. Except I lose the air. So if that is the case, I see. So I have the sun here. Okay, so basically my reclaim, this basically costs me an extra slip because I got to reclaim a card here, play the card, and now I have to spend another slip again. And we reclaim, play primal, defend 3, and then we can use my my delusions for 2 fear. And we're just about there. Next turn, I'm just going to blur a bunch into... Ooh, I don't have the energy, though. This is where having like a little bit of support can go a long way. I would love to just get all my Dahan into my F4, but I can't. So, let me... see what the Explorer could be. Mountains? I could use the past returns to set up it to be back-to-back mountains again. I guess it's probably okay. Cost me a time. Next turn I can G3, and then I can clean it up. So let's do that. Put mountains on top. And that is it. Increasing aggression. Or no, we're map makers. Or, yeah, we're map makers. Beast damage. Added Dahan. Nice. Oh, actually, let's get rid of this guy. There we go. Build. And we know what it is. It's map makers. It's so crazy to be able to use the past returns. It's so good in solo, but multiplayer, it's just meh. Let's look at the event deck and Rising Interest. We're going to keep that on top. In this turn, we're just going to choose our G3. Gain some energy. Energy. And next turn, energy. And I'm basically setting up a power play here. Let's take a look at my days. I can get a 0, probably a 0 cost. Let's move my presence into here. We're going to gain, actually, we'll go Mez, but I want to actually move my presence into my F4 here. So I can play this in Stasis. Oh, actually, I don't even need to play. Well, oops. Let's, it's whatever. I'm going to, can it be jungle? It technically could be. So I probably should, I don't want to go all the way back. Let's go back to the move presence. There we go. Beautiful. I want to isolate that, and I want to stasis this. There it is, Rising Interest, and like I said earlier, power Pour Time Sideways is perfect for just forget fodder for this card. Dance Mountain, beautiful. Okay, and we just reclaim, and this should be GG. Oops, backtrack here. Undo, reclaim. Beautiful. So the plan would be we want to get to Dahan here, so blur, voice of command, and illusions, and that should be GG here. We blur, add some Dahan, spend a time, add some Dahan, and we end the game with a nice voice of command, gather, killing all of the buildings, and ending the game. So GG, a very, very fun game with the fractured days. Let's see how this game played out. Let's look at the game log here. So we started off, what was it? I guess we have to, I would see, oh, I see turn 6, turn 5. Oh, I see, that's how it works. Cool, all right. Well, we ended up having an amazing days, of course. I mean, lots of fast disruption this game. Delusions of Danger being that perfect element card, stops builds, excellent here. We also ended up getting Razor Sharp, being able to kill Explorers in Dahan. Ended up working out very nicely for my F3. Even though Wetlands never came up this game, being able to play around that edge case, stop that build was awesome. We were able to set up a way to stop the Ravage here on F7, and then we used Voice of Command to just kind of just wipe out everything. Voice of Command, Blur, these are going to be your main tools for wiping out lands. Then you're looking for Fast Disruption and Defend, and then you use your skip when you need to. God, I love the pass returns. I wish this card was better in multiplayer. It feels so good in solo, and like I was able to do really cool stuff like bending time, making that mountain comes up again, make that mountain coming up again on F4, knowing that I was going to skip it, and then knowing that I wouldn't have a adjacency for my F6 here was just so cool, being able to set that plan up. And yeah, and then we got on there. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. I will have some more Fractured videos coming out in the future.